Motherfucking psyduck.
Enjoy the featherfeet fruits of life.
I'm making a video on Pokemon. In specific, I'm making a video on Psyduck. If you know anything about Pokemon, if you're down there, you know, with me, ground zero, rock bottom, dude. If you know anything about Pokemon, you know about their personalities, you're down there with me. If you're down there with it, what I'm trying to say is if you know about Pokemon, you know about Psyduck. You know his personality, you know who he is. If you don't, then you don't know. And I will tell you. Psyduck is a duck Pokemon, and he's always dealing with headaches. He's a duck Pokemon with headaches. Seems like a pretty simple guy, Psyduck. I don't think he is, though, and that's why we're talking about him. His defining traits are being aggravated, I guess, and being stupid. That's his big trait, is being stupid. It's actually really sad. So, like, in the series, in the anime series, he's Misty's Pokemon, and she always seems like she's annoyed with him, makes him feel like dead weight. Everyone kind of is always annoyed with Psyduck. He is the chore of everyone because he's stupid. He seems to deviate from the Pokemon social norms, and it causes him a lot of strife. He already has it bad enough because he has this terrible headache. He has a headache at all times. Psyduck has a chronic headache. His headache's so bad, and it just progresses, and it gets worse and worse until eventually it erupts and he emits these deadly brain waves. And that's the only time that people really give him credit or like him. So that's the only time that Psyduck's true brilliance is revealed, is when his pain is in its worst stages. It sounds like every successful artist ever. Not saying that, like, that's not really the point. I don't think that Psyduck, he might be an eccentric artist, but he also might not be, and I'm not going to talk about that. The point is that I don't think that Psyduck is stupid. I think everyone else is stupid. Look at his name, though. His name is Psyduck. He clearly possesses psychic abilities. He emits brain waves. It's also very prevalent that Pokemon, in general, they don't want to be captured. I mean, that's like the whole point. That's the whole point of the game, and the point of the game is actually really fucked up. The whole point of the game is to go into these areas that Pokemon live and to pillage them and capture them against their will. That's the point. And they run. They don't want to be captured. It's very obvious. Which is always kind of weird. Once they are captured, they don't, like, the next time you get them out of the ball, they don't care anymore. They don't care that they left all their buddies behind in their free-range lifestyle. It really doesn't make any sense at all. They're gonna leave it in the books to be in a tiny ball. And it's becoming fairly obvious that each Pokeball imprints some sort of mental control and manipulation over the Pokemon. That's the only way, dude. It's a slave collar. Essentially, it's a slave collar, the Pokeball is. And what I think is because Psyduck possesses these mental and psychic abilities, that he's not affected by that mechanism that the Pokeball has. And that would explain why he's always so disobedient. It would explain why he's literally being driven insane, because he's the only Pokemon that understands his imprisonment. He knows too much. He knows way too much. You can't, but really though, you can't tell me that a sentient being such as a Pokemon, because Pokemon definitely, I mean, some of them talk, some of them have human, like some of them have man voices. They have thoughts, they have human thoughts on the same level as humans. So you can't tell me that that is gonna submit to being captured in a ball. It's gonna submit to being some ego trip pet disguised as a buddy. That's what it is. It's not gonna do that. I wouldn't. I feel like you could tell me that and I would probably believe it now, actually. I feel like that's actually the entire idea behind relationships. Yeah, it is though, because one person always has the power in a relationship. And the other person is like constantly trying to please that person and make them happy. And the person with the power is just exercising that power because they can. And that's happening. Oh my god. I think I just discredited my entire analysis. At any rate, just give that a thought tonight before you hit the sack. You might be someone's ego trip pet. Unless, like, you're the ego trip person. You probably are, and it's okay because you both like it. You both like it, so like it's okay. I guess that's just how life works, guys. I'm done here.